Could we use but not mention his name, Mike McHale's story? Or that
Absolutely.
way before?
Absolutely.
That was
Absolutely.
a good
You know how you mentioned that
one.
story? Here's where you put that in the script. It shows that we use it strategically, so it shows a little bit of a history, so we're not hiding the fact that, you know, when they find out more about our story, they find out like that I created Hope and Happiness Wellness as a not for profit for you. That you were on the board of directors for All Addictions Anonymous and Addiction Free Youth, like, you know, all that history there. That, you know, that's a good way to. You could even put that in the script just before it, just so you know. There was, you know, my little, like at some point in the script, you're just saying, I want to tell you another story that, you know, that I witnessed when I was a co-executive director, or when I was being, no, don't say co-executive director. When I was a
Volunteering.
volunteer at one of Scott's not-for-profits, you know, a year prior, I witnessed this story that I'm going to tell you because I worked with this person on my weekend shifts, and I heard the story told from him directly. And again, what I'm going to tell you right now is a big graphic, which is why I'm not, you know, we don't say the guy's name, but all these stories are verifiable. Once again, it's like the repeated messages, like that, so they don't think you're making anything up. Once again, if ever became a paying client, which this offer isn't, all these stories are verifiable, and I'd make sure that, you know, access to these stories was fully given to you based on the comfort of you and, you know, the privacy of my clients, right?
Yeah.
I could put you in touch with some of them, many of them, you could say. I could put you in touch with some of them, many of them, actually, if we ever got to that stage. So, in other words, it's just like you could, but it doesn't mean you will. But it's like the scripting is that you're not going to hide it. And look, for some of them, if I have to say, "Hey, buddy, I know it's been been 4 years, David, and it feel weird to like come at you just to get something from you, a testimonial, because, you know, that feels like you owe me something. But I just wanted you to know, I think your time's worth something, and there's somebody who wants to verify your story, and I'd like to pay you $100 just to tell the truth. And in fact, because this is a Zoom call, David, that I'm asking you, literally, I'd like to just kind of end the call right now so the person can see verifiably that I spoke to you, right? And that you're willing to talk to them if they insist, and I'm willing to pay you $100 just to tell the truth, what happened as you see it, and I'm not even going to plant any seeds. And then he says, "Of course I will," right? And you don't have to pay me the 100. Okay, buddy, I get it, but I'm sending it to you anyway. If they end up calling you, I'm going to pay you 100. Okay, that's the way it is, because I want you to have an incentive to answer their call and be, you know, and be flexible with whenever they want to talk to you. Oh, okay, that makes sense then, Scott. Yeah, I'm just paying you to be, you know, to really make the call happen. You can say whatever you want. See, now you got a context to tell the story, that story. But notice how, like, first place I go into is like, what am I selling? All these turnarounds with these stories. Is this story like one of many that can be used? Do we need this one? I don't know that we need this one, because I think we have so many. I think it would be better not to use it, quite frankly. I think it would be better to
Yeah.
only use stories that you've witnessed during the 11/11 agreement. So it's not like you're trying to sell me. No, you shouldn't have to sell me that. Like, just every story that you've witnessed that you were part about, that you had something to do with, that makes this more valuable for you, because this is your 11/11 turnaround offer, Samina. The
Yeah.
offer just happens to be, you get a call on the phone with Samina, then with Scott, and we're going to charge something. Might end up being called an Integrity Choices 6 month intervention thing we do with you at 10 grand, right? Could very well be that. But we don't want to waste our time scripting all that shit. Just tell our incredible stories, the ones you've witnessed, because the
Yeah, I think
intervention
we
I
don't
did on
need that
you
one.
and the people that you brought here that you've witnessed, here's all the interventions. In other words, this ain't fucking new, guys. This is not new what's happening here. All that's new is you didn't realize that, because I only just decided now to, because of what happened to COVID, to really leverage this asset that I have for myself more than I ever did before, because my business was hit by COVID. I used to do business. Everything was getting clients through the studio, which they don't have. So that's why I'm doing this, right? Not this is why Scott's a great guy, right? It's just like, you have this resource that you've earned and paid for. You pay for 2 hours of my time every day for 1,386 days so far. Now, do you see why I'm saying I don't understand why you ever take shortcuts and don't always say on your Facebook Lives, take the time 1,287 days tonight. That's all I want you to be doing is selling the agreement.
Yeah. I
We just
got it.
nailed our offer. This came out of the vortex, was totally unexpected. I didn't even know it was going to end up here, Sabina. All I knew is you and I knew we have to tell our whole story.
We've got some incredible stories.
I know. Remind me of some other ones. God, I forget the names. There were so many.